Hey there YouTube, I'm back with more of my Oda campaign. When we last left off, the Imagawa had actually marched into my territory and is now threatening Mikawa. And also I had defended in a huge fight against Owari, so it was definitely a very stressful set last time because Owari was in deep jeopardy and it was a real vital part of the campaign that I won the fights that I did. So basically, I am now just going to start preparing for the Imagawa attack over on Mikawa. So, I already have a bow unit here training, and I have a pretty decent force here. Over in Owari, I think I'm training up some men. Actually, no, I'm not, and I don't have an army here, so that's not a good thing. Let's train up a bow and a Yari Ashigaru unit. And I moved my army out of Owari. I think I was planning on going over to take Mino here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it sounds like the best strategy to me right now. So let's march over to this bridge. And yep, the Saito have no defense, so let's march in and take their city. So yeah, they don't have any defense except a samurai retainer unit. So if I'm right, I shouldn't take any casualties in this fight. Okay, heroic victory for me. I only lost 2 men. Not quite even sure how that happened, but okay. And we will peacefully occupy Mino there. And we're going to repair the castle. And yeah, I can't train any men until well, I can train actually Katana Samurai over here. That's good. Yeah, I could use some samurai units. Although I'm kind of counting on my Ashigaru units for now because the Oda do have superior Ashigaru, so definitely something to count on. Let's see. The Imagawa have quite a presence in my lands, and I'm just hoping they don't go for my farms. I prefer if they just march to my city. But I don't know if they'll do that. But I'm going to have to wait and see because that's a really dangerous situation. I'm actually going to not hire up, but train up another unit of Yari Ashigaru while the bow is being trained as well, because I can get both units in one turn, so any amount of force I can get is very helpful. And I have a Metsuke here, I think. Yep. What can he do? Yeah, he's not going to be able to bribe. Okay, so over in Mino, they're pissed off, so we'll exempt them from tax for a turn. And let's take a look at diplomacy. What? What? Oh! Then, are the Saito already dead? That's what I'm thinking just happened, isn't it? Wait. Ikoiki... yeah, I think they actually are dead. That is very interesting. I did not expect that. Because these are only Saito rebels. Alright, so I think I actually did eliminate the Saito. So that's new, okay. And it didn't really give me a scroll saying they were dead, so I don't know what happened there. But I'd say we're good to end our turn now. You guys will have to excuse me if my commentary is a little bit off. It's pretty darn late right now, so please excuse me for that, but I should be pretty good still. So I'm hoping the Imagawa won't attack my farms, because that would just be a nuisance to me. If they march right for my city, Mikawa, they will definitely be in trouble because I have a lot of archers. So they went inside the woods. Not really sure I understand their plan there. Oh, you must be kidding. Really? What? Okay. They apparently want to fight. I'm gonna auto-resolve that. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. What the heck? Well, I guess they just wanted to die. They wanted to go out with a final stand. I have no idea what just happened there. Alright. Yeah, enemy raid. That's kind of retarded. They took out my farms. We'll repair them. Clan encountered the Takeda. Shimazu have been destroyed. And Nega Koji have been destroyed. Okay. Harbor completed over Mikawa. That's good. Ugiyatsu. Alright, so a bunch of stuff happened. We found out about this Imagawa army, apparently. So, let's go into diplomacy and see if we can start trade. The Hattori can trade with us.
Welcome, noble friend.
Cool. So, we're trading with the Hattori there. And, Iko Iki can trade with us.
Welcome.
Cool. Who else? The Takeda can trade with us. Press trade.
Welcome. I'm here.
Cool. So we just made a crap ton of trade partners, and that's gonna get us a ton of money. Yeah, that improved our money a lot. A ton of clans encountered. Was it already on there already? So yeah, I guess it was already on there. Okay. So yeah, we discovered a crap ton of clans there. Who are these guys? The Hattori. I'm gonna try to make peace with the Hattori because they have a large army there. They're gonna request alliance.
Welcome, noble friend.
And cool. So we are now allies with the Hattori. I'll eventually stab them in the back if I'm given the opportunity. I'm not quite sure if they'll give me that opportunity though. I think this is actually their only province. Let's check. 2. Okay, so that's not their only one. Oh, here's their other one. Okay. And they are the Kitabatake. Cool. So the Imagawa own Totomi over here. Yeah. Should I march out of my city and attack them? I don't know about that. I'm just gonna train up a bunch of men over in Owari because I'm thinking they're gonna march around Mikawa, and I don't want to meet these guys on open ground. And also, if they do march around to Owari, I'm going to take this army and go take their city. In fact, let's see how many cities the Imagawa even have. 2. Okay, so that will actually be a smart idea. Yeah, who to attack next? The Kiso? And they have a quarry over here. I think it might be a smart idea to go march on Kiso next. On the Kiso, anyway. It's actually South Shinano, so... yeah, actually, I think I'll do that. First, though, they are happy again, so we'll unexempt them. And we could use some samurai, actually, in our army. So we'll get 2 sets of samurai. Katana samurai, to be exact. And we're going to see what the Imagawa are going to do here. I'm kind of hoping they'll just attack, because that'll make my life a lot easier anyway. Takeda are marching around over in North Shinano. The Hattori are amassing quite a force there. I'm curious as to what they're doing. The Iko Iki moving around. Okay, the Imagawa actually just got some reinforcing troops up in the lands of up in my lands. So, ooh, that is actually good. Their army is now going to start suffering winter attrition, which is just good for me. So Owari, we definitely could use some more men. Train up another bow unit. And over here in Mino, let's actually take a look. Yeah. We're going to wait one more turn for 2 Katana Samurai, and then we're going to march out. Actually, alright, so we're going to wait 2 turns, and then we'll get 2 Katana Samurai and a bow. That'll be helpful. Alright, so we're good. I'm going to, once again, on my turn, hoping the Imagawa will just attack. And we're still mastering Way of the Spear, so we're going to have to wait for that. My food surplus is not actually that bad right now, which is good. So the Takeda are marching around up in their land still. It looks like they're amassing a force as well. Seems like everyone's amassing a force, and that's a little bit concerning. Okay, so it looks like the Hattori are amassing a force to go and attack the Iko-Iki, so I'm fine with that. They can attack them just so long as they don't attack me. Yeah, looks like the Iko-Iki are actually going to retreat from that position, which is odd. Man, the Imagawa keep getting more and more reinforcing troops there, and that's really annoying.
Skilled swordsman with
Cool.
excellent.
So we got some Katana Samurai now. Excellent. Man, they have a lot of troops there now. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna get another bow unit then, because they keep getting reinforcements, so we need to keep getting reinforcing troops. And we need to wait one more turn to move out of Mino. Over in Owari, we're gonna start up some construction actually everywhere. Ooh, trading port? We'll get a trading port over in Owari. Over in Mino, can't get really anything. Yeah, alright, so we'll just get that trading port in Owari, since that is pretty protected by Mino and Mikawa. And yeah, I think that's all we can do. Our income is going a little bit down after I hired so many men, but that will be worth it in the end when I can finally start expanding. Up over by Mino is where I plan on expanding first, over into South Shinano, I think. So I hope the Imagawa will just attack this turn, otherwise it's getting to be a little bit of a nuisance, because I don't want to move out of my city until I take care of them, and I don't really want to fight on open ground with them. But if they don't attack within a couple of turns, I'm just going to do that, because this is getting a bit old. Yeah, they keep getting reinforcing troops, and that's a little bit worrying to me. Okay. Good. Yeah, look at that. That is a big force there. Jeez. Alright, well. I'm gonna get another Yari Ashigaru and just a Yari Ashigaru, I guess. I have a lot of bows there already, and I don't really want to feel like I'm wasting my money, because that just is annoying to me how they're doing that. Okay, so we're going to train up a Yari Ashigaru and a Bow Ashigaru for garrison purposes, and we're going to move out. First though, General needs to be improved here. +1 accuracy for Bow Samurai. I have no Bow Samurai. Minus 10% to chance. Okay, well I guess that's better. And 1 to each. Alright. Now we can move out without having much fear. And we want to march down over here. Oop. There we go. So we are now across the bridge, and we're gonna head right for South Shinano over here. And I'm going to end my turn again. If they do not attack this turn, I'm going to attack myself here. Actually, we'll wait one more turn. I want plenty of infantry, so if they don't attack in 2 turns, we're attacking. Campaign's kind of a little bit of a slow point right now because I need to dispatch the armies from my lands before I can go expanding into other lands. And that's always a huge pain. But that is going to be a huge fight with the Imagawa. See if they're going to finally muster up the offensive to attack here. I don't really understand why they chose to hide in the woods like they are, but... Okay, so at this point, yeah, I'm going to need to attack because they are now going to just head straight for Owari. Capture the following provinces. Izu. Okay, where is Izu? That's not gonna happen. Well, it might, but I need to dispatch this Imagawa army first. So, take all but one Yari Ashigaru, and we'll march up here, and we'll take some units from Owari and group them up, and we're going to have a huge fight with the Imagawa. Yeah, they have a lot of Yari Ashigaru, but I have the superior quality. They do have 2 generals, so I need to be a little bit careful, but I have crap tons of bows. So, I think I can actually win this, and I will see you guys on the battle map.